Can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm sorry. Wow. Thank you very, very much for that. Wow. Okay. So we were, thank you very, very much for that, for that. I didn't check I didn't totally check my my mic. So boy, thank you very, very much for that. Very, very much. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Let's get back to, uh, no, yeah, no internet YouTube. You're right. Okay. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, no sound on the YouTube. Boy. Oh, goodness. How about UVXY? Let's take a look at UVXY and see what's happening there. UVXY. And hopefully, yeah, there we go. ProShare Ultra, VIX. This is the VIX. You know, I would be a little bit concerned about doing something on the VIX right now because, you know, we do have, you know, we are in a situation where um, I don't necessarily think we're going to, I don't necessarily think we're going to turn, um, yeah, I don't think this is a good time for this. I don't think this is a good time for this one yet. We're in a confirmed uptrend. Yeah, this is an issue here. I wouldn't want to be in this one. And the reason is you know, when in a confirmed uptrend, uh, don't use this ETF. Right? And the reason and the reason for it is that we are in a confirmed instance. So the trend here is downward. Just not something we want to just not something we want to do. Instead, maybe what you ought to consider instead of that one is to use something like the TVIX, which I think has a lot of potential in terms of we are still in a confirmed uptrend, believe it or not. So the one you want, I think, right now is the TQQQ. That's the one I think that you want to be in currently. And as you can see, that's off a little bit today, but it's doing a lot better. And this is the TQQQ. You know, this is the TQQQ. So I think that's one you want rather than the TVIX. You know, I think that's the one you want rather than the TVIX. So thank you for that question. All right. Okay. So let's look at Tesla. Thanks so much. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla. Okay. Let's see. It's pulled back a little bit. I'm out of my positions in Tesla right now. Yeah, it's trending lower, unfortunately. Yeah, I kind of figured this. Yeah, it's sort of in a trading range here. All right. Yeah, we've definitely tested lower. Yeah. Let's see if I can go over to the daily. Let's see if I can go to the daily chart. All right. It's weekly. There we go. Moving around a little bit. Oh, goodness. It's tough to, there we go. There's the daily. Okay, let's go to the weekly chart. There we go. All right. Okay, this is the weekly chart for Tesla, and let's kind of look at what's happening. This is a very key level right here. Is the 40-day line? The best place to buy that is if it reverses off this line. I do believe it is going to, but right now it's not the time to be in it. So I'm going to zoom in on the weekly chart here to kind of get an idea of where we're at on Tesla. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So as you can see, we're just about touching. Oops. All right, I'm having some bandwidth issues. Sorry. Oh, goodness. There we go. We're just about touching the 40-day line here, and so on the 40-day line, I think it's going to bounce, but you just can't tell with this. So I think the best time to be right now is it's right now for Tesla. I think it's time to be, I think it's time to watch list this one really, because we want to be in a situation with Tesla when it bounces to come back in. So here's what I would do on this. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on. There we go. All right. Not quite. All right. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. Oh, that's the better way to do it. I'll just go to the daily chart. Here we go. Super. Yeah, this works better. All right. There we go. All right. So as we can see with the daily chart, we've fallen below the 21-day exponential. Now, I do think it will hold here at this level. I think it'll hold this low. What you need to do is hold it until it pulls back below. I think it's going to pull below 780, and then we may see a reversal. But right now, we're in a consolidation phase for Tesla. So right now, it's probably not the best time to own it. The relative strength line is pointed down, and that is unfortunate because that means that the that it is pulling back. I wanted to show you that it's moving down. So right now with Tesla, I think you're just gonna have to watch list this one, and wait until there's an opportunity, because right now there really isn't, unfortunately, an opportunity in Tesla. So unfortunate, because it's been such a great performer. Now, let me down. Thank you. Thank you, Stuart. Sorry. I should have sound now. Should sound on now. So thanks for waiting for thanks for waiting there, everybody, for that. I'm sorry about the sound. Okay, so next question. Can we restart the show? There was no sound. Okay, well, sorry about that, Siad. I'll try to do is I'll try to go over the ones that I already went over, and we should have sound now. So I apologize for that, for not having sound. So I will try to take some of the questions. Let's take the other questions, and then I will go ahead and review some of the ones that I missed on there, and I apologize for that. Okay, so let's take a look at Shopify. Let's take a look at Shop. See if we can get a good price on that one. Let's move that over a little bit. There we go. There we go. Still learning all the controls there. Okay, Shop. Let's look at Shop. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. So, let's look at the weekly chart first on Shop and take a look. It's moving still. It's maybe stalling out a little bit, but it's still really good. It's still really a good stock. Okay, so basically we're at 86 relative strength. We've pulled above this pivot here. The consolidation is 1146.91. Is it viable? Well, it's extended right now. Shopify is extended. It is extended, so it's a little bit difficult to buy at this level. But let's take a look, kind of see. It's got 100% chest. You gotta like that. It's industry and sector. It's killing it. So here's what I would do with this one, and this is tough, because I think what we're gonna have to do with Shopify is not to buy it until not to buy it until, let's see. Come on. Come on. Uh, hey. Anyways, hopefully I'm gonna pull it back to my having a little bit of bandwidth issues because I am broadcasting today. Let's bring up Shopify again. There we go. All right. Okay. So basically, this is not an ideal place. This is not an ideal place to buy above this consolidation, and we're out of the buy zones. So right now, Shopify, the thing is, it's just, it's you need to wait on this one until the RS line, the line catches up. So wait on Shop. Yeah, there we go. So wait on Shopify. There we go. All right. So let's see if we can go to another question. And thank you for holding here. I know it's been confusing. Golly. All right, we're back. So let's go back down to the bottom here. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at TikTok had sound. Okay, so you come back for thank you. Yeah, definitely. So let's look at this, Bobby. Thanks for going. All right. Well, I seem to be having issues with bandwidth. Trying to. Okay, sends. Let's look at sends here. Yeah. See if I can analyze that chart really quickly. This is in the medical products, and this is from on the Amex. So it's a little bit of smaller cap stock. It's less than $10. I typically don't like stock in this price range, but let's kind of look to see if we could find an entry point for this one. I'm going to look at the monthly chart first to take a look to see kind of where we're at. And this is sort of the 50,000 foot, kind of looking at it at the very top. Okay, so this has been the stock over the years, and it basically it's from 2006 all the way up to today, and as you can see, there's been a lot of buying as of late, but it has never really it possibly is at a point where it's buyable now because it seems at its all-time high. Now the question is, why is that? We don't know why that is, but let's kind of do some sleuthing here to see if we can find out why that is. So let's look at the weekly chart first to see if we can find out anything on this on this. All right, so okay, so we basically have had this PPO, IPO. Okay, so this is kind of a reverse merger. There's been a lot of activity since let's see, since March, since the beginning of the year, and it's got a very strong relative strength. 200, this is a climax top. Okay, let's see. Let's look at this one. Yeah, this 66. Okay, that's minimum. I could possibly do it. Let's look at the news for this one. I don't understand why this is the way it is. So let's see if there's any news on it. No news on this one. Boy, you could probably make some money on this one, but it's got a declining fund ownership. Here's the thing about this one. I just think that Yeah, I think that I think on this one you I think it's just it's just I think you should avoid it. I really do. Okay, I think you would I think you should avoid it. It just doesn't have the right setup. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about a stock like this. It just doesn't have the support. Oops, there we go. Uh, it it just doesn't have the institutional support. I'm very very leery of a stock like this. It looks as if yeah, I would just avoid this one. I think there's just better opportunities out there that would be less just would be which would be more palatable than that one. So, and talking about that, let's look at Plug Power. Plug Power is a little bit different in that it's in the top rated. It's in the top rated sector, and that's key. That's definitely key. Um, with Plug, with Plug, I've been in Plug. Okay, come on, there we go. All right, let's look at the come on, monthly. Here we go. Having a little bit of, is still having some bandwidth. There we go. There we go. Plug. All right. So it looks like we're selling off a little bit. Let's look at the weekly chart on Plug. And this is, this is an issue, in this market. There's a lot of climax tops in this market. Yeah, as you can see, it pulled way up and then it's pulling back. So if you're not already in this one, I wouldn't recommend getting in it. But if you are, then you want to start setting your stop losses. And I would definitely set one. If I was in this stock right now, I would set my stop loss right at this level here, right at the right at this level. That's really where you want. That's really where you want to set a stop loss because that's going to give you some protection. This is probably going to come down and it may consolidate here. This was a tremendous move up, but we can't be totally sure that that's gonna happen. So the most important thing with this one, if you're in it and you have a profit, I wouldn't enter this stock now. It's just not. It's just not necessarily the best time to enter this stock now. But if I was in it, I'd set my stop loss. And let's see if we can get a good number for you on that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, exactly. So this is kind of what is happening in the stock currently. As you can see, we've got a situation where it's fallen below the 21-day exponential. Okay, that's a key. That's a key level. It looks like it's bounced a little bit, but this is probably going to move down. I suspect. Let's see if it gets support at this level. Let me see if I give you a number on. Oops. Yeah. Let's see if I can get a number for you on that. Well, maybe not. There we go. Okay. We're in a situation where we need to we need to be careful with this one. If you're down more than 7% on this one, sell it because it may pull back. But if not, we want to set that stop loss up. So what I would recommend on this one, if you are 7% or more down from your buy point, sell. So this is what this is what I would this is what I recommend on this one. Okay, this is a good stock. This is a good stock, but it's going to pull back, and I don't think you should hold through the pullback. If you're down 1.7 from where you bought it, then sell it and wait for it to reverse, because I do think it's probably reversed. But right now, because of the way this relative strength line, this blue line here, it's pointed down. You only want to buy it when it's pointed up, and it looks like it's pulled back pretty harshly. It may pull all the way back down to this line, but right now, if you're in it and you have less than a 7% loss, stay in it. Okay, but if you're more than 7%, cut your losses, wait for it to reverse, and then possibly come back in. So this one I wouldn't get into it as a new position. It's not the right time. But if you're down more than 7% on this one, it's probably a good idea to to possibly cut your losses and wait a little bit. Let's look at GEVO and go on that one. Let's GEVO. VO. Right. See what we've got there. And I'm just pulling it up right now. Interesting. Okay, there we go. All right, this is, let's see. So, GEVO Incorporated, and they make renewable, they make ethanol. So that's kind of an interesting thing. It's sort of a, it's sort of a commodity play, and we are coming into kind of a market like this. It's a little bit. Let's kind of take a look at the chart here. This is it's pulled back a little bit, but it seems to be above the 10-day line, which this is very bullish actually. The fact that it's above that 10-day line. It's got a 99 relative strength, so that is excellent as well. Another really good place to buy it. It's a relatively thinly traded stock. It has 21 funds in it, and the checklist is 77%. So let's see kind of where it's falling down. Okay, it's on earnings and sales. So that's something that we are coming into a commodity cycle, and when we do, of course, that will be much more bullish for these kind of stocks. The only issue that I have with this one, and it looks pretty good, is that it seems to be a little bit thin in terms of its sponsorship. It's a smaller stock, so the problem with the smaller stocks, of course, is that they can be they can be very good. I lost goodness. Let's see if I can go back. There we go. All right. Thing about this is that it can be a little bit. Yeah. So let's go back there. Let's pull it back. And there we go. All right. So this is one of those kind of crazy stocks. $13. I don't know. This is a little bit thin for me. I don't know if this is more of a penny stock. I wouldn't. It doesn't. Even though it does have a relative strength of 99. I can't recommend this one. Yeah, I can't. It's just too thin. It's just too thin right now. So here's the thing. I on this one I would I would consider not buying this one. I just think that, the stock is too thin. And what I mean by too thin, well, what I mean is that a stock like this just doesn't have enough liquidity. And the problem with a stock that doesn't have enough liquidity is that when there are things like short squeezes, this can be very, very heavily affected. So let's kind of take a look to see if we can find out, if we have short squeezes on that. So let me take a look to see if that is indeed the case with this stock. So, oh goodness. All right. There we go. Okay, come on. There we go. All right. Okay, so we have a 13%. Yeah. Okay, let me just show you something on this, and this is why you don't want to be in the stock. You see where it says 13% there? That means that 13% of the stock is short. So this could be very, very dangerous. I think you want to avoid it. I think you want to avoid this one right now. So I would avoid it. I just avoid it. And it's just yeah. So I would just avoid the stock basically. So for the stock, it's just too thin. And I mean, yes, it spiked up, but GEVO, I think you want to avoid it. I think you do. I think you want to avoid it. This one. So great. Okay, so let's take a look to see with TikTok. Thank you for telling me about the sound. I'm sorry about that earlier. Let's see. Oh, great. A lot of people joined. Great. All right. I'm going to go a little longer today because I screwed up with that. Jim, your YouTube is not working. Okay, sound. Yeah, I've got that hopefully taken care of. Thank you for telling me that. No audio on YouTube. Okay. Goodness gracious. There we go. Okay. All right. So more questions. And I just want to check it. I should always check my audio, and I just there we go. All right. Very good. All right. Let's look at. Oh, interesting. This one. Thanks, Felipe. B4F. Huh. Let's look at this one. Wow, interesting. BFARF. No, I don't see that one. It's probably not. I probably don't have it. Goodness. SNMP. Let's look at that. SNMP. Right. Look that up in a sec. Sanchez Ventures Partners. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, thank you for this very much. Thank you for this. This is a midstream play, obviously a pipeline, and I do think we're coming into a potentially an interesting period for for some of these stocks. Now, I wouldn't necessarily put this one. This is a little bit thin for me, but let's just kind of zoom back on it. It might be kind of interesting to kind of analyze it and see what the potential alternatives to it, because I do think that the midstream, especially with all this, with all this cold weather, I mean, I think, especially in the natural gas space, I think this could be good. This is interesting. Okay, so it's MLP formed. Okay, so these people don't have any anything yet in terms of. That's interesting. In terms of a. Let's see what these guys are. I'm just take a quick look. I'm not familiar with Sanchez Midstream, but hopefully I can get you to them, and hopefully we'll come up with that. There we go. Interesting. It's called Sanchez Midstream Partners. All right. Well, they seem to be buying. Okay, so they're on the American. That's interesting. On the acquisition, development, and operation of midstream and other energy-related assets in North America. Okay, I just don't know what they have. I just don't necessarily know what they have, but that's essentially, that's essentially Sanchez Midstream. It seems like a penny stock to me. Just I cannot tell. Let's take a look to see kind of who owns it and what. This is very interesting. Yeah, it's got a bad checklist. Not surprised because of course, this has been the oil and gas area has been very, very under pressure. But this is something that I might, yeah, it's 44. So look at this. So this is interesting. Fund ownership. Well, we've got two funds in it, so not really very good in terms of the fund ownership action on it. But let's see if we can. Let me see if I can get some more information on this one. Very interesting, by the way. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I don't know this particular site. Let's see if we can get some competitors in this space. There we go. Okay, so let's look to see what competitors we have in their space. And this is of interest to me because I do think that we are going to see a renaissance. The prices of oil have moving up, and I don't think there's going to be a rotation, but the question is, what is the rotation going to be into? Well, I think that the energy sector is due for some love. It's been kind of it's kind of been very, very it's been very, very difficult in the energy sector for a while. I'm going to look at the monthly chart to kind of look at the history of this particular issue, and let me just move it back to there we go. Yeah. Okay. So this at one time was a much it was up to about 16. Very, very interesting. This might be a very interesting speculative play. I really like this. This is interesting to me. Um, this is very interesting. Looking at this volume here, it's very speculative. God, look at that, 67 cents up. Wow. Um, hmm, Very, very interesting. I can't really give you a good idea on this one, but it seems as if it went above about $3, then it might be buyable. So that's kind of my take on it. Now this is highly speculative. So um, this is a highly speculative stock, but may be buyable above $3. Interesting, interesting. This one may be buyable above $3 because based on this chart, as you can see, there's a consolidation right at about right at about this level here. I want to see some more strength in this stock, but this is a watch list. I think you could I think you can watch list this one. Um, I think you can watch list this one. But it's highly speculative. This is a highly speculative stock. But I do like the fact that we're looking at potentially something above $3. That might be a winner, and with the cancellation of the XL pipeline, that might be something that that works. That really works. All right. Well, thank you. Oh, wait. Let's take a look at Fiverr. Oh, yeah. Okay, sure, absolutely. Let's do Neo. Neo has been doing very good things. I mean, I was in Neo. I'm out right now of Neo, but let's take a look to see how Neo is doing. So let's go back here. There we go, Neo, and let's see. We're gonna go zoom in a little bit on it. All right. Go to the weekly chart here on NEO. There we go. Let's look at the daily too. Look at the daily too as well on NEO. There we go. Okay, so here's the daily chart on NEO. It looks as if we're right on top of that. The pivot is 57.20. We're right above the pivot. So this is not necessarily a great time to buy it, but it is definitely buyable. It's definitely buyable in this range right now. So here's the thing, we will see, but we still could buy this. We could still buy this at this level. So I do believe that it is. I do believe that it's buyable, and and we're still in essentially a range in which range in which we can do that. So it definitely is buyable. Yep. There we go. So this is buyable at this level. It has a very strong relative strength. Here's the thing: it's got a good checklist. 88%. The ownership is very good. It's 664 funds in it, so it essentially has crossed that level. About 500 funds. So it's in a very top industry group. Of course, online manufacturers number 10. So everything is looking very good on this. I do think you could buy it at the level. Now, here's what I would do. I don't know if I would go in with two hands on this one, just based on this, because this is kind of a slowly ascending base, but it does look good. It does look like it will reverse and go higher. So here's there's only one thing that I want to point out that I think is very, very important. It's earnings per share in it's earnings in 13 days. So here's what I would do. Here's what I would do with this one. It's buyable, but wait for the earnings in 13 days, and the reason why is because this could potentially gap up, or it could really move down on its earnings. So here's the thing: I think you've got to you've got to wait. I think you've got to wait on this one, and wait until earnings really. Wait until earnings on this one to buy. But wait till earnings on NEO to buy. But it's definitely buyable, and it's looking quite good. It's just I just think we've got to be a little bit concerned. There we go. So wait on the earnings on this one to buy it. It's not quite. It looks like it's pulled back. It looks like it's pulled back to the 21-day line, and it looks like it's going to bounce. That seems to be the case. We can't tell, but the most important thing is earnings. We don't want to hold it. We won't want to buy it before earnings. We're just a little bit too close. I want to be a little bit more conservative. The market is a little bit it's a little bit changed since the summer. So I mean, in the summer I would just go ahead and buy this one. But right now, I think we can buy it, but just be careful. Wait a little bit on this one, and wait for the earnings, and then I definitely think it's buyable, because it looks like it's reversing, and of course that's a great place to buy anything. Buying off the 21-day line is a very good place to buy it. Actually, the best place to buy it, at least for right now, is a bounce off of this line here, the 40-day moving average. So that's probably the best place to buy this one at the time. Okay, so thank you. Let's take a look at Palantir. And thanks for holding on here. Sorry about the sorry about the sorry about the sound earlier. That's kind of been my nemesis. I need, I should always remember to check. I should always remember to check that before I go online. It must be maddening for you. So I appreciate you holding on and telling me. Okay, so Palantir, PLTR is the symbol, of course, for Palantir, and it's been pulling back. I actually own Palantir, and it's kind of, I've fallen and I can't go up. There's a lot of selling going on. I may have to close my position on this one. I don't know. It looks like it may fall down as low as 22 based on this. So this is kind of a concern. There seems to be a lot of selling going on right now, and I've thinned my position, several times on this one, and the fact that it's fallen through this line, this is a major sell signal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is a sell signal. So what we've got to do on this one, unfortunately, and I just got to put it out there. Major sell signal. So that's kind of what, that's kind of what's happening. And here's why that's a major sell signal. It's dropped below the it's dropped below the 50-day line, and there's extremely large volume. When these two get close together like this, it's not a good situation. This is a definite. You could hold on for a little bit more, but I do think that this may be a kind of a sell signal here. So I think that Palantir is, you're going to have to sell. You're going to have to sell on this one. So, thank you. It's just a major sell signal. So, thanks for watching. We'll be back at 2:30 Central tomorrow. And, for everyone out there, stay warm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload my other video that I'm going to be making right after this about the bull put spread on Roku. And until tomorrow, thanks everybody, and stay warm. And I hope to see you back tomorrow. And thanks for telling me about my situation regarding my sound. So thanks again, and I'll see you back there. Oh, hey, forgot to tell you this, of course. If you like what you see, please subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/Dallas Trading Floor. Really appreciate it. That helps me out a ton. And also, hit that like button. Yeah, there we go. Come on there, like. Yeah, well, yeah. Anyways, like that. Like it, please. And also, if you want to get action trade alerts, super easy to do. You just go to you just go to Dallas Trading Floor for the free action trade alerts at basically www.DallasTradingFloor, and you just sign up for there, and we'll get you that. I'll also send you a link to the video that I'm making on the bull bull put spread. A little bit tight because its earnings are coming up here, but it's kind of an interesting one. And then a recap of some of the other stuff that I've sent out. So until tomorrow, happy trading and thanks for taking time.